What up, YouTube? It's your boy Dan, a Lakers fan, and coming to you guys after the exit interviews for the 2016-2017 Los Angeles Lakers campaign. I gotta say, it was really interesting. Just got done watching the whole thing. Larry Nance went last, and I was pleased with most of the things that were said during the exit interviews, but I was also a little alerted by a couple of little things that I heard. And I'm going to elaborate on that a little bit later in the video. But first off, I want to start off by saying that Luke Walton and Rob Pelinka's interviews, I wanted to say I really liked what Rob was saying and how this team plans on moving forward with the roster, right? He said that they asked him a question about, you know, Jeanie expecting an all-star next season. And he said there was not really a rush to land per se an all-star. They don't really have a timeline on it, but they do expect to land one or two, whether it's within the team or, well, from my understanding, whether it's within the team or from outside, or maybe a combination of both. And they can use free agency, they can use trades to do it, and they can use the draft. So I think that they have a plan in place. They have probably a plan A, B, and C. And based on what the players were saying, everything sounds promising right now in Lakerland. Things are looking up. Now, I want to start off with probably the most disturbing interview today in the exit interviews was Timothy Mozgov. Because he said, they asked him a couple of interesting questions. He said that he expects to start next season and he wants to come into the season with a fresh slate. And honestly, I got to say this to Mozgov, man. You had your chance, bud, and you blew it. You've proven throughout your whole career that you've only been a decent role player. You shouldn't really be a starter. You weren't a starter for the Cavs. You were a starter at some point through injuries, but for the most part, he was a bench role player, and that's what we expect him to be. And this is Ivica Zubac's spot to have and to lose, not Timothy Mozgov's. I think Ivica Zubac showed way more potential than Mozgov has showed in his entire career. And I don't know about you guys, but it sounded to me like hate when Mozgov was like, I don't think that. He was like, I don't think that. I don't know, I don't want to misword him, but he said that he should start. It's like he was jealous and he wasn't happy to see that a kid so young outplayed him and got the opportunity to start. Sorry, Mozzie, you've had your shot around the league. You've been traded. You're making a crap load of money. Just take your money and be quiet, dude, because you had your chance to shine early on, and dude, you averaged less than 5 rebounds a game. I don't want to hear it. When Ivica Zubac came in, he right away started putting up double-doubles, and he shows a world of potential. Like Larry Nance said today, the next Marc Gasol. I see that, maybe even more for Ivica Zubac. So I hope he continues to develop during the summer. And he should be our starter. And Mozgov, you should keep your mouth shut the way you played. And all the money you took from us, you should be embarrassed saying stuff like that. But that's just my opinion, guys. Moving on to Metta World Peace. I'd hate to say it, but I told you guys, I don't think Magic is bringing him back. And they clarified that to him. And I appreciate the front office for being so straight up with Metta World Peace. That way he can, you know, go out there and take advantage of whatever opportunities he has with other teams if he still wants to continue to play. Now, however, they did make it clear, and you know the Lakers, we always take care of our own. He's a champion, so they did make it clear that he's always welcome here, maybe with a minor role with the coaching staff or player development or something. So if he doesn't find a job, he always has an opening here. So that's a very classy move by the Lakers franchise to do with a great Laker like Metta World Peace who helped us reach a championship. We're never going to forget that, Metta. So power to Metta World Peace, and hopefully, you know, best of luck to him wherever he goes. I'll be rooting for the guy always. So yeah, there's that. And then, of course, there was Nick Young, who, like always, he never takes anything serious, just joking around and stuff. But I guess that's his personality. I can't really hate on him when he's not on the court. So I gotta say, you know, Nick Young said he most likely would opt out, just as I expected. He's trying to cash in. He said he wants to play for a contender. I don't buy it. That's cheap talk. That's just like, so the Lakers will offer up more money to re-sign him. It's just a card he's playing hard to get. He knows damn well no contender is going to be interested in him. They'd have to be really desperate to sign a Nick Young. Maybe the Cavs. I mean, they're desperate. They sign everybody. But yeah, Nick Young, I think this we saw him his last game in purple and gold months ago when they told him that they were gonna bench him in favor of the youth. So yeah, hopefully he does opt out and we don't re-sign him. I think it would be a mistake. He said that the Lakers had interest in him, but honestly, I think that's just a power move. I think he's trying to bring his value up. I think he's like that one guy that gets dumped by his girlfriend and then turns around and says he dumped his girlfriend. You know, that's what I think just happened. I think the Lakers dumped Nick Young, but it's all speculation. I got to take him for his word. He said the Lakers wanted him back, but they're going to test the market, see if they can find anything else. So I expect Nick Young to leave. Hopefully, I still have my fingers crossed. Very inconsistent player, and he only plays good during contract years. So that's Nick Young. Thomas Robinson, they didn't give him any financial security or any promises because, of course, we still have Tariq Black. And same for Tariq Black. He didn't get no promises or nothing. So it'd be interesting to see which one of the two we keep. I don't think they're going to keep both of them because they're basically the same player, except Thomas Robinson has a little bit of a higher upside, in my opinion, especially offensively and athletically. But I really like Tariq as well. If we only, like I said before, I said it in yesterday's video, if we only get to keep one, I'm keeping Thomas because he played his heart out in the second half of the season when he got opportunities. Every time he was on the court, he balled out. So I hope we keep Thomas Robinson. But yeah, that's both of those guys. Now, another interview that disturbed me a little bit because I didn't like what he said he was going to work on was Julius Randle. Julius Randle said going into the offseason, he wants to work on his shape. Now, the guy's already in great shape. Could he get in better shape? Sure. But I wouldn't have him focus on that. He said he wanted to work on his shape in his right hand, which is good and all, but really, what does he need to improve on? He needs to improve on his defense, all right? He needs to improve his ball handling skills and his IQ, and most importantly, he needs to improve that mid-range to three-ball jump shot because nowadays you got to have a jumper to keep the defense honest. So I was a little disappointed. He said he was going to work on his strength. I feel like he's a little misguided. He should really focus on defense and the jump shot, you know, and then leave the strength and conditioning, you know, there as well, but lower on his importance chart. You know, he should really focus on the things he needs to focus on primarily because he had a subpar season when it comes to defense and hitting those jump shots that we were promised. He was looking so promising in the summer, so we didn't see much of that, but it is what it is. I hope he does improve because when he is doing good for us, he looks like a beast, but when he's not, he just doesn't look engaged and stuff. That's my only problem with Julius. Still love the kid. Hope he continues to improve. Kentucky products rarely turn into busts, so I have high hopes for Julius Randle. He was one of my favorite young players until he started, you know, slacking off and stuff, but hopefully he picks it up this summer. And, you know, he just comes more prepared this season and just brings a better attitude to the game instead of, you know, slouching and hanging his head. But it is what it is. We'll see how much better he can get. Offseason, Jordan Clarkson was another one who he said he wants to make quicker decisions and be more vocal, more of a leader. That's great and all. You know, I would hope that he worked more on passing, ball handling skills, and his jump shot. But we'll see. Same thing with Jordan Clarkson. I'm not disappointed with him, though. He did make a minor improvement in the season, so kudos to Jordan Clarkson. Hopefully he continues to improve. The kid is 24, going on to 25, so he still has potential. Corey Brewer, he said the feedback from the coaching staff and Magic in them was good, that he played hard, obviously, and he helped young guys, you know, improve, and he's leading by example, right? I love the fact that I feel like Corey Brewer had a hand in the way that Brandon Ingram is attacking the rim. And I said this when we traded for Corey Brewer. I said his body's very similar to Brandon Ingram's right now. Now, of course, Ingram's going to get better. He's going to improve, and he's going to get stronger, right? But as for now, Corey Brewer's slashing ability is really good. And we saw Brandon Ingram, and this is what good players in the making do. They take bits and parts from different vets, and they learn, and they take what they can, and they add it to their game. And I feel like Brandon Ingram did that because he got a lot better at slashing after we traded for Corey Brewer. So definitely, I think Corey Brewer is a keeper, and I'm glad that, you know, the Lakers think similar to me. Tyler Ennis will be a free agent, right? But he liked the Lakers. He liked the fact that we were one of the few teams that actually gave him an opportunity to play and showcase his skill set. You know, he was happy that he got traded here. It was all positive with Tyler, so I think we have a high chance of re-signing him on the cheap. Because I think right now what he wants is opportunity. Maybe a 2 to 3 year deal for like $4 million a year. That would be good for Tyler Ennis. So yeah, that's Tyler Ennis for you guys. Brandon Ingram. I'm hyped about Brandon Ingram. That's the player I'm sure a lot of us are really, really excited for. He's going into the summer looking to get stronger. He's looking to improve his 3-ball as well as his mid-range jump shot. He's already improved immensely at attacking the rim and decision-making when he gets in pick and rolls and stuff like that. So the sky's the limit for the kid. If he improved that quickly, imagine how he will look by the start of next season. And we'll get a glimpse of that during the summer league to see what he's improving on. He's going to play in the summer league, so I'm excited about that. Him, Nwaba, Larry Nance, maybe, and Ivica Zubac will play for sure. So Nwaba will play for sure probably. It would be Brandon Ingram, Ivica Zubac, and whatever rookies we get in this draft. If we get 1 or 2, depending on if we keep the picks. So it's going to be a fun summer league to watch. Luckily for us who starve basketball, we can't be long without it. So it should be exciting, guys. Definitely tune in for that. Another thing I'm excited about is Ingram's going to work out with Kobe this summer. It's something that Magic and Rob Pelinka are asking him to do, and he said that Kobe texted him earlier this season, but he didn't believe that it was Kobe, so he probably thought it was a prank or something, like a friend pranking him. He had to verify before he replied to Kobe, right? I mean, Kobe doesn't text everybody, so Kobe must see something in him if he wants to work with the kid. Kobe doesn't work with just anybody. He worked with Kawhi Leonard, and he took his game to the next level this season. Kawhi did offensively, so I'm very hyped, and I think Ingram's already developing that aggressive attack-first mentality, and Kobe will only solidify that within him because you know how Kobe thinks. He's a killer, so if Kobe can rub off on him, the sky is the limit, guys. The sky is already the limit, but Kobe can rub off on him, it's going to be a scary player with that size. And it's also rumor going that he hasn't measured himself yet, but they believe he's now 6'10". He came in here 6'9". Maybe he's 6'10.5" because they say they see him taller now. Players that used to see him eye to eye, now they see him taller. So we'll see what happens. Maybe he grows an inch or two, hopefully, because he's already unstoppable at that height. Imagine a 7-foot Brandon Ingram with ball handling skills of a guard. Whew, sky's the limit, guys. That'll be beautiful to watch. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, so that was Brandon Ingram. What else am I missing here? I was very, very happy. I was very happy with Ivica Zubac. Ivica Zubac. He's that kid. He has a great heart. I mean, he's just a good kid, and he wants to continue working. He wants to continue working on his game. He said he's gonna continue losing weight and then adding muscle. So that's a good thing. That's what I've been saying. I felt like he lost weight. Once he lost weight, he was a lot more mobile. He was able to stay in front of his man more. And he's only going to continue to improve if he adds muscle. He turns that fat into muscle. The kid just he reminds me of Andrew Bynum. When he first came in here, he was raw. And then he started gaining confidence, adding muscle. And then you guys remember that one summer when Andrew Bynum just came in and he was built? I was like, whoa, is that the same skinny kid we drafted? That was pretty impressive. So hopefully something similar happens to Ivica Zubac moving forward. I'm already very happy with the kid. David Nwaba. Of course, they said he has to work on his jump shot, just like I mentioned in yesterday's video, and his ball handling. So I'm glad that me and the front office sees eye to eye on that, you know, or eye to eye with us Laker fans, because obviously that's what he needed to work on. Who else am I missing? Larry Nance Jr. probably the last person I'm missing on this list. Larry Nance, great guy. I feel like in a way he was secretly the leader of this team this season, because he did it on both ends of the court, always with a positive attitude, never hangs his head. I hope Julius learns from him on that facet of the game. He encourages all his teammates, including Ivica Zubac, who he sees as one of his best friends. He says some great things about D'Angelo because, you know, as you guys know, a lot of the fans always want to hate on him and stuff like that. He said he's a great teammate and that he's a great player, so he doesn't really understand why he's so misunderstood. Welcome to the club, Larry. That's the way it is sometimes. But hey, you play for LA, and LA is a tough city, just like New York and any big market city, especially because we're proud fans, and you know this is what is to be expected. We don't want softies here. We want players that are tough, and I feel like D'Angelo has done a good job of weathering the storm, right? Of course, D'Angelo didn't get interviewed today because he's with his family in Louisville, I believe, because of the passing of his grandma. Rest in peace to his grandma. But I'm very, very happy with overall the exit interviews today, guys. And Larry Nance just impressed me because he wants to work on things that we want him to work on. He wants to work on his defense. He wants to be an impact player like Draymond Green. That's exactly the kind of player I compare him to because he does a little bit of everything. Draymond, of course, is a lot better for now, but Larry's younger and he has the world of potential, super athletic, explosive. So he has tools that even Draymond doesn't have. His IQ is very good too, Larry Nance's. I just feel like the only thing he needs to do is just be more aggressive, and I'm sure that he's going to work on that. As well as he said he wants to work on his 3-ball and his jump shot, you know, and he wants to have a go-to post move. So I'm hyped about Larry. I believe if Julius doesn't step up his game, Larry will end up being our starting power forward. So, you know, there's good, healthy competition there between Julius and Larry Nance. But Larry is the kind of player that he accepts his role in whatever place you want to put him. So there's no real actual danger to having to trade one of the two for now. But, you know, if he continues to develop and get better and he doesn't start, then, you know, then that becomes a threat. Like, well, will he start looking elsewhere? You know, for a bigger role. There's plenty of teams that would love to have a guy like Larry Nance Jr. But yeah, guys, that was my take, guys, on the exit interviews for today. I was pretty pleased with most of them. Like I said, there was a couple of alarming ones I really didn't like what Mozgov said. I kind of didn't like what Julius said. I don't like the fact that he's developing things he shouldn't be developing instead of focusing on the jump shot and stuff like that. But for the most part, it was all positive. I hope these kids continue to improve. They will. And I can't wait to see the product in the Summer League, then in preseason, and of course in the regular season. We're going to continue to improve. Larry Nance, I believe, summed it up the best. He said, "The sky is the limit. D'Angelo Russell is terrific. B.I. is going to be a terror. Jew is a beast. Zoo is the next Marc Gasol." So I have a feeling that he's not very wrong. He's not wrong up for that. You know, I have a feeling he's right on the money. And I can't wait to see us continue to improve and to see what Magic and Rob can do to improve the roster as well. Because now it's their turn. You know, their season has just started. Now they have to start working the phones. They have to make decisions. Who are you going to re-sign? Who are you going to sign in free agency? Who are you going to trade, if any? And who would you even draft? And are you going to keep or trade the pick? Videos will be coming soon, guys. I'm probably going to drop a cool Lakers mix coming up. If you guys haven't already heard, check out my second channel, Danny's Mixes. I'll have a link in the description, or click on the button right there. It should lead you right to my new channel. I'll be talking NBA playoffs, probably dropping a video tomorrow, talking about the matchups. A lot of great matchups in the playoffs this season, so definitely check me out. I'll talk to you guys later, man. Peace out.